Hello and welcome to the third annual Lights Camera Greenfield film competition here at Gctv. We are now coming to you live to not only talk about Lights Camera Greenfield, not only to pick your prompts, but also to tell you a little bit about what we do here at Gctv. First, I guess my name is Ian Hamilton. I'm the programming coordinator and kind of the organizer of this event. And I'm the one who does the scheduling, looks for new programs, and all of that great stuff at Gctv. But while each of us has different titles, we are all here to train you how to not only make movies and short videos, but also do performances. And also we have a radio station for you to be a producer and to come and make a radio station. But let's introduce you to the rest of the staff. First, we have Nick Ring, our executive director.
Hello, I am Nick Ring. I am the Executive Director of Gctv. Am I in the shot? Okay, excellent. So I want to thank you all for participating. We love doing things like this. And when LCG is done, I hope that you will continue to use the services, and all the equipment and the training and everything that we can provide, as Ian mentioned, to continue to produce programs, to make radio shows, to do so many other fun things. So in addition to Ian, we also have Philippe, who is our production coordinator, and he will come on and say a word too.
Well, hello, everybody. My name is Philippe Simone. I'm the production coordinator here. And I want you to know that I can also work with you if you need equipment, if you need training. There's no shortage of staff for this. We have so much fun with this every year, and we're so proud that this is a successful event year after year. And it's third year now, isn't it? And so I just want to talk a little bit about what I like to do. And I like to make films that are documentary style. I also love getting involved in this because it gives me a departure from the documentation of events and other types of things to actually doing something with drama or music. I'm a musician, so last year I did a music video. And I welcome you all and hope you all have a great time. And now let's turn it right back over to Ian Hamilton. Thank you.
Yeah, so while we're doing this film weeks, starting right now, you will all have to submit your films by April 28th by midnight. So that's a 2-week period where you get to make some really cool stuff. We try to do film and projects and all sorts of other productions all year round. So please, if you have an idea, please don't hesitate to call. We are open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6. We also have each of our own emails, which would be Ian, Nick, Philippe at gctv.org for each one. Just one name per email. And we've got some really exciting things actually coming up. We keep buying new equipment and we keep wanting to test it out, which is also part of how we were able to do this hybrid. We are live here in person, and there's no one here, but that's okay. It was storming and raining, and that's all right. This is the kickoff. You just need some information because you're ready to get going. But we are working to have our premiere screening at the Garden Theater live and online. It will be live. We're doing that, but we are also hoping to get a couple cameras and just some equipment to also show you all of the awards being done in real time. That's always the most fun part of interacting with, an event that you took part of. You get to see all the fruits of your labor. And so I guess we should get into the rules of Lights Camera Greenfield. As I've already said, it's a 2-week competition. While Northampton has their film sprints, this is kind of a fun little film jog, and you get to take the 2 weeks to, maybe map out a little bit of a better shot, maybe go to a location you hadn't thought of before. I heard someone who was going to participate thinking about they were going to Boston and maybe they'll film something there. That's pretty cool. We don't have a lot of Boston shots in our stuff. But our first year we did it pretty location based. We had all sorts of a lot of prompts that were based on locations in Greenfield, but to reach out to more towns who may be not able to make it up to Greenfield to get one shot. we've decided to, find some interesting prompts for this year. And we were really racking our brains trying to figure out what kind of theme, we usually do this in the fall, but now we're doing this in the spring, so we have a bit more daylight, and that's nice. So I guess without further ado, our universal prompt, which is a prompt that every team will need to use, is bloom. Bloom. So naturally, flowers are the first thing you think of, but we came up with some interesting ideas of how you can do bloom beyond just flowers. So make sure you get creative with each of these prompts, because while we appreciate, high quality, filmmaking, we want to see the best movie that you can make. But what it will come down to is how creatively do you use the prompts? Did you just throw it in the background to get it done? Did you make it your entire story? Did you have a special effect that included it? We want to see it. We want to see the really cool things and the interpretations you can get with each of these prompts. So after we draw the prompts today, you will then go out and you will make a 4-minute movie. Our time limit is 4 minutes, and that is including the credits. So if it is over 4 minutes, you're going to lose some points. So keep that in mind when you're editing. I do know that from my own experience editing movies, you maybe end up with a 1 second over if it is a frame over or not. Don't worry too much about that, but if it is 5 seconds over, cut 5 seconds. It's that simple. What else are some of the rules? We will send out a submission link in the second week of the competition for you to submit your finished film. If you finish very quickly and you're ready to submit it, just email us. We'll make the link for you and we'll send it out to you. But we will be sending that out with some updates in our second week. The films must be PG-13 or less. We all like a good adult movie, but we don't need a whole bunch of violence and swearing in these movies. And yeah, you just have to use all 3 prompts plus your universal prompt, which was, yes, that's right, bloom. And I think that's the basic rules. I think most people already know or have participated, which, welcome back. I know we have Lost Woods, and I know we have, I can't think of the name offhand, but we definitely have some repeat joggers. And I think that is fantastic because it lets us know that you enjoyed this. And we know we have some people from Northampton who haven't participated, so welcome. And we've got a good group of teams. I was impressed to see who was signing up this year, and I honestly cannot wait to see what you make. And I think with that, we're going to pick some prompts. And I'm actually going to do it a slightly different way than we have in the past. We have 3 categories of prompts you're going to get, but I'm going to go through each prompt one at a time and do all the teams, because one of the things we're doing this year is we're going to allow and see what happens when we have duplicate prompts. It's not a competition between the teams to see who does it better, but we want to see what happens when 2 teams have the same prompt and what they think of and come up with and interpret out of those prompts. And we thought that would be interesting to see, and it's always fun to have a little bit of a comparison to see, oh, someone took bloom this direction, someone took bloom that direction. So we're going to see if any doubles come up, and we're a team won't have more than 2 of the same prompts, or 2 teams won't have more than 2 teams won't have the same prompt. And we're going to do that. So our first prompt is going to be color. We decided we wanted to see some color influences in your movies. And so we've got a list of colors that we want to see, featured in your film. And the most random way I could think of picking these prompts for each team is just to roll a dice. And we've got a handy little 12-side die here that's going to tell us all the prompts we need for each team, as long as I can keep it in the box. All right. So we're going to go for our first team on the list, which is Team Neutral. Team Neutral is this is their first year but I think they said they made some movies before, so we'll see what happens. And this is actually Sarah Brown Anson, who does our Montague. She does the Montague Reporter podcast and works for the Montague Reporter, but you can also hear her podcast, the Montague Reporter podcast, on WMCB. So just, shameless plug there. But we are going to roll for Team Neutral's color, which is 2, and that is red. Okay. And so I'm going to throw it this way so we can actually see the die this time. Leave my paper. And the next team is Lost Woods. Lost Woods, as I said, was the team that's done a movie each year, and each year they've gotten better and better. So, again, can't wait to see what will happen there. And that is a 6, which makes it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, orange. Yes. I've got people whispering to me, and they probably have mics on them, and they don't know it. All right, next team is Team Not Sure. And that is a 5, which is purple. That is personally one of my favorite colors. Well, we've got Red Perch Productions next, so kind of hoping we don't get red again, but we'll see. That's an 8, and that's chartreuse. And if you're not sure about chartreuse, it's basically a type of green, but it's a slightly brighter green than you might think. It is also a liqueur that you could buy, I believe. All right, next up is Local Bias Productions, Drew Hutchinson. Again, he's another one who has provided a movie each year, does one for the film sprint all the time. He makes really interesting movies. And this time he gets a 10, which is white. I remember he actually just did a movie at the Northampton Film Sprint that featured a lot of white. So no, you can't use the same film, Drew, but might have the same idea. All right, a 9 is magenta for the Unity Parkers. That's Liz over at Northampton Open Media. And she got magenta. Now, the Alden Thrashers, Desmond Newland, they are going to get the color 7, which is pink. So the Alden Thrashers are going to be pink. And it might be Team Zhong, Jonge, Zhong. That's Andrea Newland. Their team is going to have the color amber. Okay. All right, the next team is Landline Filmhouse Cooperative. That's Zach Chapman. And we've got a 5. We've got another purple. So we got 2 teams with purple, but purple will not be picked past that because we're only going to have 2 similarities. Now for the Ghs Av Club, led by teacher Brendan Leowolf. And their color will be number 4, yellow. That's a good color. Nice bright. Just film the sun for 4 hours. 4 minutes, not 4 hours. We will not take a 4-hour film. And we've got a natural 12, which gives Grumbling Fuss Productions, which is our own Philippe Simone, the color teal. Yes, we are, the staff here at Gctv are hoping to make some movies as well. Naturally, we won't be judged along with the rest because, we're really biased against ourselves. But we would like to, participate and help make something. So we're going to pick some prompts as well, which my turn now for my group will be 2, I've got red again, which is actually my other favorite color, so that works great. And now for our fearless leader, Nick, a 7, and you've got pink. All right, so we've got our colors figured out. Be really interesting to see how people use it, whether it's costuming, lighting, or whatever the case may be. Really want to see some eye-popping color. And now for our next prompt, I guess we might as well just keep moving and roll on. We've got shapes. We're gonna give you some shapes, and it's up to you to figure out how to do it, because we wanted to get back to basics and we're going colors and shapes. And we've got some wonderful shapes for you to make and to put together and to add in your film. And we're just gonna go down the list again with Team Neutral. The shape you have is a pyramid. Now it's a pyramid with 4 sides, so don't be getting confused with any of those other types of tall, pointy rock buildings. Pyramid has 4 sides. The Lost Woods production team, your shape will be a cone. A cone. I think we can all think of some cones, especially while driving. Too many of them. Number 4, which is a star, goes to team not sure. We may not be sure about your team name, but we're sure about your shape, and that shape is a star. We were kind of thinking traditional 5-point, but that's up to you. Again, this is all interpretation. All right, next team is Red Perch, and you got a 5, which gives us a sphere. But not us a sphere, you a sphere. You need to provide a sphere for your movie. And now local bias, you have a sphere as well. So we've got battling spheres, but we're not going to get any more spheres. We only need the 2. All right, number 1. Number 1 is a square. We love squares. They make everything just stand right. I'm doing more puns than I actually realized that I was doing. They're not planned. Apparently they just work. And the square goes to Unity Parkers. Liz, you have a square. The next team, Alden Thrashers. Desmond, your shape will be another square. Interesting. I believe that's 2 Northampton people competing for the same square. We'll see. Next team gets a 7, which is another pyramid. We got a lot of doubles in this one. This will be fun. And that goes to Team Jange. 7 was a pyramid. Again, we are not comparing the 2 films and how they use the prompts. We just want overall creativity. So please, we want friendly competition here. We're not here. Oh, we got a 5, which we're not going to have anymore. And another 5. A 4? Have we done a 4? We've only done 1 4, so that's a star for Team Jange. Jange. I hope that's right. I'm sorry if it's not. Was a star. The Ghs Av Club, welcome back. We liked your film last time. Is a 4. We're not doing that again. Is a 1. I believe we've done that already. I've lost my magic and my dice. I'm not using this dice for D&D anymore. A 5. 11! Ooh, this one's an arrow. The shape of an arrow. I don't know. You figure it out. That's the whole point. All right, Grumbling Fuss. Your shape will be a 9. And that is a ring. Oh, there was a team I forgot. We're going to backtrack in just a moment. I forgot they signed up late. Nick, could you check the form to see if there are any more? Thank you. All right, so York lives. Humble brag, I may have won the Northampton Film Sprint, so it's a good thing I'm not competing. Is an 11, so it looks like Philippe and I are going to figure out how we're going to use rings. And for Nick, ooh, you do not get a 5. Wasn't on the table, doesn't count. I guess this is the problem when it comes to randomness. It really can just be duplicates. Ring was already done. Oh, wait, no. Arrow. Yeah, you can do arrow. Nick, you've got an arrow. All right, we're going to go back to color for a second because I remember talking to someone earlier today and they weren't just on this list. So I'm going to roll a color. I don't have a team name, but his name was Rick Till. Oh, what was it? It was I'm going to just go with R Till, which was his email. So R Till, your color will be blue. And your shape will be a rectangle. All right. So for our last prompt, we are going to ask, you have to use all three. I'm sorry. It's a little more interesting that way. But I guess what we'll do is if you get one of these prompts and just want to see what you might get, we'll let you trade out one of your random prompts if you so choose. But we do want to see all three in the movie, plus the universal prompt, which is, yeah, you got it. All right, so food is our third prompt. We want to see some interesting ways you can use food in your movie, not only for color and shape, but we want to see a wide range of things. So, Team Neutral, your food will be an 8, which is just ice. Just ice. You've got ice for food. Now, Lost Woods, your turn. Let's see what kind of food you get. Cake. Might be a piece of cake, but let's go for a whole cake. Team Not Sure, your food will be milk. Not a food, but still falls in that category. We've got some beverages in here. But your food beverage will be milk. I actually had another movie that I did for the film sprint that had milk. No, it was for last year's LCG. I had a shot of milk in it. Didn't have to, just wanted to. 8 for Team Red Perch makes it a... Oh, you get leftovers. Just don't eat all the leftovers before you shoot your scene. We've got local bias next. Drew, your food will be ice cream. Nice. Who really doesn't like ice cream? I mean, I guess, well, I would imagine lactose intolerant people like ice cream. They just don't like to eat it. Next team is Unity Parkers. We've got a 10 for you. You've got a carrot. You've got to put carrots in your movie. And again, while I'm saying food and carrot, take the word carrot however you want to do it. I want to be surprised by how you all use these prompts. I want to go, I would have never thought that. So our next team is the Alden Thrashers. You got a natural 12, so you're getting some popcorn. Now Team Jonge with Andrea, we are going to have you include... Oh, you got cake too. We've got 2 cakes now. And for our next team, Landline Film House, Zach, your food will be pickles. Get some pickles in there, and believe me, you can pickle just about anything. All right, next team is the Ghs Av Club. You got a 1, so you get coffee. Don't drink too much because you're all students and you might stunt your growth, but I can't say anything. I drink coffee every day. Grumbling Fuss, your food will be juice. You've got to provide some juice of some sort. And for myself, I got leftovers as well. And for Nick, the food for you is, wait, 3, that was already used. Huh? Was it? Yes, it was. Oh, my bad. That's what happens when you move around spreadsheets. So Nick, 3 was ice cream. So we've got 2 ice creams now. And for the last one, Artil, your food will be, well, see, it just really likes 3s right now. 8, which is ice as well. All right, we've got our prompts. You've got your prompts. I think it's time to start making movies. So start thinking. I can't think of anything else to add. However, if you have questions, give us a call. 413-774-4288. Again, Ian at gctv.org, Nick at gctv.org, Philippe at gctv.org, LCG at gctv.org, mail at gctv. You can reach us, is kind of the point. Also, we are open. You can stop by. We do have the doors locked sometimes just because we're in the back, but we have a doorbell that you may ring. Please ring it. We will come answer the door, and we will help you with whatever you need, even if it's just questions about what we do, whether it's questions about Lights, Camera, Greenfield, a radio show. Ask your questions. You know, ask any question. If we can answer, we'll answer it. Nick, can you think of anything else we need to add?
If they want to change one prompt.
Yes, again, you can change one prompt. We will pick one out, a new one for you, whichever one you want, but you still need to include all 3 when you get that new one. So keep that in mind. And let us know if anything comes up. We are very flexible. Keep us in the loop. We would love to help you make sure you finish your movie. We would rather have that happen than you not submit at all. So, oh, one last thing. We do have lots of volunteer opportunities coming up at GCTV. We've got the Pioneer Valley Symphony Orchestra. We've got graduation will be coming up in June. We've got sports games. We've got, the Soapbox Derby is coming up in a month or so, which is a lot of 2 weeks. 2 weeks or 2 months?
3 weeks.
3 weeks, okay. So 3 weeks. So if you'd like to volunteer for any of these productions, just go to gctv.org/volunteer. And with that, the LCG is on, and please go make your movies. Can't wait to see what you have, and you'll get updates from us as the weeks go on. So without further ado, go make a movie.